Okay. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Thumma ma ba'd, a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. So actually, very excited because we're starting a new topic, and we hope this new topic, new series will be very beneficial to us. So it's um, it's to do with the surahs of the Quran, and it's a series where we want to walk through, go through the surahs and the names of the surahs of the Quran, like we'll see. But we want to do it in like a fun way where um, we're telling stories. So through stories, inshallah, we'll learn the names of the surahs and we'll learn some of the themes of the surahs. So this will be, very beneficial to us. So we'll just go through and we'll just talk about today will be a bit of an introduction, and we might actually start doing some of the content of the course as well. So, and what this is something which you'll is hope this is going to be quite fun. Um, some of the key things that we want to uh, learn. Some of the key so by the end of this course, some of the key things, the key concepts that we'll learn, inshallah, some of the things we'll know. By the end of this course, you will, inshallah, you will know the names of all 114 surahs of the Quran by memory. And trust me, this is actually so easy to do. Um, uh, I actually followed this, and I did this before a few years back, and literally, all 114 surahs of the Quran, I just knew them. And it's been a while since I've done it, so I've forgotten it a bit. But this, I think, inshallah, this will help me as well to go through. But this is, in a way, we'll do this in a way which is very easy to learn. So, through stories. So we'll know the names of all 114 surahs of the Quran by memory. So isn't that exciting? Are people looking forward to this? Like, if you know the names of all the surahs of the Quran, and you can recall them from like Surah Fatihah up to Surah An-Nas, you know them just off by heart. So that's one of the things that you'll know by the end of this course, inshallah. You'll know this all the names of all 114 surahs of the Quran. So that's one thing. And what else? We'll get familiar with the Arabic words and their meanings. So, the names of the surahs, they are obviously the Arabic words. So we'll actually know the names of all 114 surahs. We'll know what these words mean. So these are Arabic words. So we'll know the meanings of these. So that's another benefit, that we'll also pick up Arabic words as we go along. So that will be, something very, very good for us as well. And we'll know the order of the surahs. So we know. So as we're learning the names of the surahs, we'll know the order of them. So we'll know, which comes first, which comes second. We know what surah comes after what surah. So we'll understand the order of the surahs of the Quran as well, inshallah. So that will be something that we learn. So that's going to be very good for us. And and another thing is we'll have a brief idea of the themes of some of the surahs, meaning we'll have a brief idea. Some of the surahs will have a bit of an idea, maybe just a brief concept, maybe one just over like one or two lines, what the surah is talking about. What is the main theme of the surah? So we'll know. We'll have a brief idea of this for some of the surahs as well. We'll try to do this for as many surahs as we can. But we'll inshallah, you'll have an idea of what the themes are of a lot of the surahs as well. So by the end of this course, so inshallah, this is what our aim is in this course that we're starting, and this will be like a first step. This will be like the first step towards understanding the message of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. So, this is like a high level. So, for example, you have a car. Like, just imagine you have a car, and the car. When someone presents you the car, first you have a look at the car. You'll see the whole car. You'll see the body of the car. You'll see the car. You'll see the windows. You'll see the doors. You'll see the wheels. You won't see the detail. So you'll see the car first, but then as you open the doors, then you go in. Then you start looking inside at the dashboard, the gearbox. You open up the maybe the compartments, the glove box. You start opening up different things. You know the car in a bit more detail, and then you'll open up the engine. Then you'll open up. You look at the instruction manual. you know the detailed, what does the car do? Does it have wireless connection to Bluetooth? I mean, does it have like cameras? So, but first you saw the overall car. Yes, you had a big picture of the car first. So similarly, this way with the Quran, first if we get a big picture of the Quran first, we get to know what are the surahs of the Quran from 1 to 114. We have a brief, we have a good idea of the surahs. Inshallah, we have it by memory. The next step will then be we can go a bit deeper. We go a bit deeper, and um, we can then inshallah, have a better understanding. So we can have, as we go along, we do an overview first, then we go into a bit more detail afterwards. And this way, we have the foundation, we have the structure, like the building. You see the building, you have the foundation of the building. The building is there. It's the foundation of the building is solid. It doesn't move. And then inside, then you go in, then you put the furniture and you put the detail in the building. So this way, inshallah, I hope that we'll get to learn, we'll get to recall, we'll get to understand the Quran in a way where we remember it from a high level first, and then going deeper. So inshallah, I hope this is going to be beneficial. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us and allow us to gain understanding and ability as we go through. Okay. So this is what we want to gain. So this is part of a bigger journey. So like we were saying, this is part of a bigger journey to understand the Quran. So what we are doing, like number one, this is the course. We're doing the surahs of the Quran, which is this course. So in this course, we're going to go through the different surahs at a high level, and this is what we aim to do. This is the first thing. And then after this, what we aim to do is we aim to do a brief summary of each surah. So this will be the next, like you could say, the next course or the next a group of lessons. Once we've completed this one, where we understand the surahs of the Quran, the next time we go through the Quran, we'll do a brief summary of each surah. So it will be like a brief summary, so you have a more of an understanding of what each surah is. So that will be the second part. And then the third part is in a deeper dive where, inshallah, I hope by that time we'll have like a motivation and like a love, and you'd really want to learn the Quran a bit further. So the third part is like a deeper dive, going in at a deeper level. So these are the steps, inshallah, we aim to take. Okay. So surahs of the Quran. So this is what we are going to do. This is the course we're going to do now. A walkthrough using stories. So okay. The Quran has 114 surahs. So this is the first thing that we just want to bear in mind. So the Quran has 114 surahs. So we know this, right? So altogether, all 114 surahs of the Quran, just think that you will, In Sha'Allah, you will know the names of all of these by heart. So you'll know what comes first, what comes second, and you know the meanings of these surahs as well, the meanings of the names of the surahs. So inshallah, it's going to be, exciting, it's going to be beneficial. And so our main aim, so just to, just before we start, our main aim is to memorize the names and the order of all 114 surahs of the Quran, along with a brief idea of what the surahs mean. Very, very briefly, what are the main themes of the surahs? So this is the main aim. So now, inshallah, we'll start. Has anyone got any questions? Is everyone ready to, inshallah, start? Inshallah, yeah. So that would be good. So, okay, Jazakallah khairan. So let's get started then, inshallah. So the first thing to bear in mind, the Quran has 114 surahs. So just bear this in mind as we go through. So this is something that we know. So what we'll do, we will divide these into 5 stories. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to have 5 different stories. So we're going to tell stories basically. So when we tell stories, through those stories, we will know the names of the surahs and the order of the surahs. So you'll see as we start how this will work. It will be a story, and in that story, we'll have the names of the surahs, and they will all mean something. And one surah will follow on to the next surah, will follow on to the next surah, because the story is going to follow a pattern. So inshallah, it's going to be very exciting the way we're going to do it. So we'll divide the Quran into 5 stories. Yes, the 114 surahs of the Quran, we will divide into 5 different stories. Story 1, story 2, story 3, story 4, and story 5. So each of these stories will have a number of surahs that are going to be associated with it. So, just so at this stage, just realize there's going to be 5 different stories. And today, inshallah, what we'll do, we'll start with story 1. So the first story we'll start with is going to be today. And this story is going to have 16 surahs of the Quran. So by the end of story 1, you will learn the names of 16 surahs of the Quran. You know it by heart, just very, very easily, without any problem. Inshallah, I hope, and I'm quite confident about this, that you will have no problem at all knowing the names of these in order very easily. So inshallah, I hope that's the case. So story 1 is going to be 16 surahs. That's what we're going to do today. Story 2 is going to have 33 surahs of the Quran. So after story 2, you're going to know 33 surahs. Story 3 is going to have 8 surahs. That's going to be a slightly shorter story. So you know 8 surahs of the Quran, the names of 8 surahs by story 3. Story 4, you'll know 15 surahs, the names of 15 surahs of the Quran. And then finally, story 5, inshallah, you will know 72 surahs. So, the last story 5, 72 surahs, these are short. So, it's a very small percentage of the Quran at that time. So even though 72 surahs, you'll actually learn that in surah 5, in story 5, they're relatively shorter surahs. So inshallah, that's the way we're going to break it down. So and that's each surah, each story will have these surahs associated with it. Okay. So firstly, story 1. Okay, we're going to start with story 1. Story 1. So I want you to remember the name of the story. Okay, this story is called The Invitation. So it's going to be like you can imagine it's a party. It's going to be like a invitation. You're going to throw a party. You can throw like a dinner. Okay, and you're going to invite people. So it's going to be called The Invitation. Okay, The Invitation. So we're going to remember that story 1 is called The Invitation. So literally, you're invited. It's an invitation. You're giving an invitation to some people because you're throwing a party, you're throwing a dinner, and you're going to invite some people. So this is called The Invitation. So just remember that story 1 is The Invitation. Okay. So how are we going to do this? This is the way we're going to do it. Okay. So we'll just go through. Story 1 is the invitation, and the first thing is in the invitation is this. So Al-Fatihah. So this is the first surah of the Quran. Yes, Al-Fatihah, the first surah of the Quran. Al-Fatihah literally means the opening. The opening, like when you it's the opening chapter of the Quran. It's literally called the opener. So Surah Fatiha is the opener. It's like the opening. So the way I want you to imagine this, or the way I want you to think is Surah Fatiha. It means the opening. It's the opening chapter. You open your home. You open your home because you're throwing an invitation. Yes, you open your home to invite the Jews. Okay, so that's what I want you to think. So the first lot of people you invite are the Jewish people, and inshallah, with what's happening nowadays, I mean, the Jewish people, in and of itself, they're good people, and they are, they're our friends, the good people from amongst them. So you open up Surah Fatiha. Just remember that's the first surah of the Quran. It's called the opening. You open your house, you open your doors, you invite the Jews. Okay, you invite the Jews, and who else do you invite? So you invite the Jews. That's the first group of people. Number 2, you also invite Al-Baqarah. So can someone tell me what does Al-Baqarah mean? Who are we also inviting? So you're inviting the Jews. Who else are you also inviting as well as the Jewish people? Can someone tell me? Okay, Jazakallah Khair. Yes, you know that. Cow, yes. So just imagine you have a party, you open you throw an invitation, you open your house, Surah Al-Fatihah, the first surah, you open your house, you invite the Jewish people, and you also invite the cow. Wow, okay. So the cow is also coming to your party. And by the way, Surah Al-Baqarah, we have a yellow star against it. Can you see? There's a yellow star because this surah, it talks a lot about Jewish people. These are the Bani Israel, and these are, you could say, these are like the Muslims of the time. You know, the Bani Israel. They are the sons of Israel. Nowadays, you call them the Jewish people. They were the Muslims of the time of Prophet Musa. But this surah, Surah Al-Baqarah, it talks a lot about Jewish people. You can just, just remember that. So that's why it sort of links in. You said, you open your house, you invite the Jewish people, then you invite Al-Baqarah. Baqarah, you also invite the cow. So this is what, literally the meaning of Surah Al-Baqarah. You invite the cow. And we also know that Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he talks a lot about the Jewish people, the Bani Israel. Okay? So that's something that we know. So, yeah, I mean, if you invite the cow, it can't talk, but just for the purpose of our story, this is like a special cow. And do you remember the story of the yellow cow in Surah Al-Baqarah? The yellow cow as well. There's a very special cow. That is also the story of, and that's actually where this comes from. The cow, the cow. There's a story of a yellow cow in Surah Al-Baqarah, which this is where the name of the Baqarah comes from. That this special cow, that people were searching for this cow because at the time of Prophet Musa, because somebody killed somebody, and the only way they're going to find the murderer is if they have to slaughter a cow, and eventually they had to slaughter a yellow cow. So this is that cow. This is the this cow is in Surah Al-Baqarah. So that's, yeah. So you're inviting the cow, but just because it's a story, just think, okay, fine, I'm just going to remember it. Okay, so you open your house, Al-Fatihah. You invite the Jews. You invite Al-Baqarah. You invite the cow. Who else do you invite? You also invite the Christians. Yes. So you invite the Christians as well, and you also invite Ali Imran. Ali Imran means the family of Imran. It means the family of Imran. So now, how many people are at your party? How many people? You invited the Jews, yes. You invited the cow, Al-Baqarah. You invite the Christians. The Christians are also in your party. And now, Ali Imran, yes, 4. I think it's 4. Is it 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, well done. 4. Ali Imran. You also invite the family of Imran. So now you have in your party, yeah, you have the Jews, you have Al-Baqarah, you have the cow, you have Christians, and also you have the family of Imran, Ali Imran. Ali Imran is the third surah of the Qur'an. So as you can see, we've now covered 3 surahs. And by the way, there's a yellow star against Ali Imran. Do you know why that is? Can anybody? Does anybody know why that is? What's the main subject matter of the surah of Ali Imran, of the family of Imran? The main subject matter is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he talks a lot about Christians. In this surah, Ali Imran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he talks a lot about Christians. So that's, we that's the way you can remember, because we said that you invite the cow, you invite the Christians, you also invite the family of Imran, Ali Imran. So in this surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he does talk a lot about the Christians. So that's a part of the subject matter of the surah, Surah Ali Imran. Okay, excellent. So now we have the family of Imran. They're also there. So wow, it's you're inviting a lot of guests, and now you have a lot of people. You have people from different faiths. Yes, you have Jewish people, you have Christians, because obviously you're Muslim, so you're really kind to all faiths. You invite everybody. So you even invited the family of Imran. So this is the family, by the way, that we understand. This is you'll see as we go along, who comes from this family. It's the mother of Isa, Maryam alayhi salam. So she's also from this family. So you invite the family of Imran, okay? You also invite something else. So you invite the family of Imran. You also invite specifically. You also invite the Nisa, An-Nisa. And what does An-Nisa mean? Anybody? Yes. What does that mean? The woman. Okay, excellent. An-Nisa basically means the women. So you also invite their women. So now, how many people do we have at this party? Or how many people do we have at this dinner? Now we have, how many do we have? So we have, you opened your house. Surah Al-Fatihah means the opening. You opened your house. Yes, you invited the Jews. Then you invited the Baqarah. You invited the cow. You invited the Christians. And you invited Ali Imran, the family of Imran. You also invited their women, An-Nisa. Yes? And actually, you're correct. I think I saw what the next surah is going to be. So now you have five groups of people. Now you have lots of people at the party, at your dinner. It's yeah, it's going to be, it's going to be inshallah, like you're going to prepare something good for them. So the main thing, so at the moment, so Al-Fatiha, yes, the opening, Al-Baqarah, the cow, Ali Imran, the family of Imran, and An-Nisa, the women. You invite the women. And now you've invited them, okay, you have to set for them something. So you have to prepare something for them. And because obviously now you're going to serve them dinner, you're going to serve your guests, you're going to serve them like something nice, aren't you? So you have to prepare something for them. What are you going to prepare for your guests who have come? You're going to prepare for them Al-Ma'idah. Al-Ma'idah, which means, what does that mean? Anybody want to can tell me or help me with that? What does Al-Ma'idah mean? Yeah, you correctly said that. It's Al-Ma'idah. Do you know? What does that mean? It means, okay, Jazakallah khair, it means a table spread. Yes, a table spread. So then you set for them what? A table. Literally a table spread. So, you have so many guests. You've got, you open your house, you've got Jews, you've got Al-Baqarah, you've got the cow, you've got the Christians, you've got Ali Imran, you've got the family of Imran, you've got the women, An-Nisa. So you have to prepare something good for them, yes? So you set for them an Al-Ma'idah. Al-Ma'idah is a table spread. You spread for them a table. Yes? A table spread because you're going to put something on there now. Obviously, you're going to give them a yummy meal. Yeah, something tasty. You have to feed them because you have to be good to your guests, because the Prophet ﷺ said you have to be good to your guests. So you have to spread something for them. So at the moment, the surahs we know, Al-Fatiha, the opening, Al-Baqarah, the cow, Ali Imran, the family of Imran, An-Nisa, the women, Al-Ma'idah, the table spread. Okay, so this is what we've done so far. You invite the women, you spread for them a table spread. Okay, you spread for them a table spread, and you feed them. What do you feed them? What food do you like? Kebabs, yes? You feed them kebabs, and you feed them meat as well. From what? Okay, that'll be the next surah. You feed them. So now you've got your table. Just imagine, you spread the table out. Your guests are here. They're very hungry. They want to eat some food. You spread a nice, lovely, big table spread out. I don't know what color, like maybe red table spread. You feed them kebabs, yeah, and you feed them meat from where? You feed them meat from Al-An'am, Al-An'am, yes, An'am, which basically means the cattle. Cattle is like this is where you get your meat from, in cattle. From cattle. That's number 6. That's the next surah, yes? Suratul An'am. So now, the cattle, this is the meat. This is cattle. This is where you're getting your meat from. Some tasty kebabs, some tasty meat. Maybe you made a burger, you made a tasty burger, but you made it from Al-An'am, the cattle. And this is number 6. This is the next surah. So now, this is where you got your meat from. The cattle. Okay. It makes you feel so happy. So just imagine, just think of what you just done. You first you did so many good things. You opened your house, Al-Fatiha, yeah? You opened the house, you threw a party, you threw a dinner, you invited the Jewish people, you invited Al-Baqarah, the cow, you invited the Christians, yes, also. You invited the family of Imran, Ali Imran. Okay. Sorry for that. Afzal. You invited Ali Imran. You invited An-Nisa, the women. You've been so good to your guests. You've invited so many people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to be so happy with you because you are throwing a big dinner party for a lot of people, and you're so happy. You spread for them a table spread. you work so hard, or maybe all day you were cooking, you were buying different food, you were getting things from the shop, you spent your whole effort, maybe the day before you spent cooking, you made kebabs, you made meat from an the cattle. Now, because you've done all this, you are so happy. You are on a high. You are on a high, just like Al-A'raf. Al-A'raf means the heights. The heights. This is the next surah. That you are very happy. You are on a high. You're really boosted. Like, wow, this is what I've done is so good. I'm so happy about this. So the next surah is Al-A'raf, the heights, because this makes you so happy. Okay, so is that clear so far? That so you're going through this you're going through this you're hosting your guests. You've got the food ready. You spread the table. Now you're very happy. You're on a high. You're like, wow, yes, it's so amazing what I've done. And this is the next surah. Surah number 7 is Al-A'raf, which means the heights. So because you're so happy, you've done something. You're on like a very high. You're on cloud 9. Just imagine you're on cloud 9. You're so happy. The heights. The surah Al-A'raf. So what happens after you serve everybody dinner? What happens at the end? Like, if you go to a restaurant, maybe in school you have dinner, you have the main food. What do you have at the end of the dinner? Do you have like what do you normally have at the end of dinner? Anybody? Like when you finish your dinner, like you finish your main course, what do you have after the main course? At the end normally, what do you have? You have? Yeah, dessert. You're gonna have dessert, right? So you have to prepare them dessert. You can't leave your guests. You can't just give them the main course, and you have to give them something sweet. Because Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he used to have something sweet after his food, yeah, after dinner. So you have to feed them some dessert, some sweet dish, some yummy, yeah, some ice cream, whatever is like dessert you like. So you have to give them some dessert. You have to give them some extra special stuff. You have to give them some extra stuff, yeah, some yummy extra stuff. So this extra stuff is number 8, Al-Anfal. Anfal, this is the next surah, Al-Anfal, which literally means extras. Yeah, this means extras. This is your dessert. This is your ice cream. This is your chocolate cake. This is your what else do you like in dessert? Whatever you can think of. Yeah, maybe like your some furni or some faluda or all the extras you can think of, all the extras, extra yummy stuff, desserts, etc. This is what you'll give them afterwards. So this is Al-Anfal. This is the next thing, extras. So Al-Anfal. So Al-Anfal, yeah, in the surah, this is which means Al-Anfal is the spoils of war. But Anfal literally means it's the plural of Nafal. Nafal, like when you pray Nafal, Salat. Nafal is you pray extra Salat. Nafal means extra. Anfal is a plural of Nafal. So Anfal literally means extras. Extras. So this refers to, like you quite rightly said, war booty. So this is this is the extras that you gain. Like when you in a war, you might when you win the war, then you gain like spoils of war from the opposition. You might gain their armor, their weapons, etc. This is all your war gains from the war. So this is what this also is referring to. But literally, this means extras because it's a plural. Anfal is a plural of nafal. Nafal means extra. Anfal means extra. So inshallah, this is a way that we can remember. So what we'll do, I think we've covered 8 surahs, alhamdulillah. And for our homework, which is what I'd want everyone to do, is go over this. I'll share this. I'll take a screenshot of this slide. I'll share this in the group. So we have to just go through the story, learn the story, inshallah, go over the story, and try and learn the Arabic names, the names of the surahs. So, like we said, Al-Fatihah is the opening, yeah? Al-Fatihah. So the reason there's a yellow star against Anfal is just because I wanted to explain that Anfal, it means extras. It means it's a plural of Nafal. Nafal means extra. Anfal is the plural of Nafal. which means Anfal is a plural of Nafal, which is extras, and also refers to the war booty, which you mentioned. So just some additional commentary there. So literally, yeah, if you can all just remember this. So, Al-Fatiha, Al-Fatiha, you open your house. Yes, you open your house to invite the Jews. You invite Al-Baqarah, the cow. You invite the Christians. You also invite Ali Imran, the family of Imran. You also invite their An-Nisa, their women. You set for them, when you invite them, you set for them Al-Ma'idah. Al-Ma'idah, a table spread. You feed them kebabs, you feed them meat from Al-An'am, the cattle. It makes you happy. You're in a high. You're so happy. You are on Al-A'raf. You're on the heights. You're on cloud 9. Al-A'raf is the heights. After that, you serve them dessert. Dessert and extra special stuff. Al-Anfal, extra. So, inshallah, we leave it there for this week. I hope is that all clear, inshallah. For our homework, so if you can, so inshallah next week we'll do a small quiz, a test before we start on the names of these surahs 1 to 8. So alhamdulillah, you've actually now learned the order and the names of 8 surahs in like probably about 20, 25, 30 minutes, in no time at all. So we're going to use this method, inshallah. We're going to carry on, and we can really learn quickly. So Jazakallah and Barakallah Feek. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to, understand and really gain benefit and from this, and really understand the lessons of the Qur'an, and really memorize what we're doing as well. Barakallah Feek. And so inshallah, yeah, we'll share this. So for our homework, if you can try and learn the Arabic names of the surahs and learn the order, and we'll continue next week. So subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilaik.